This is my love song to you. Let every woman know I'm yours, so you can fall asleep each night, babe, and know I'm dreaming of you more. You're always hoping that we make it. You always want to keep my gaze, but you're the only one I see, love, and that's the one thing that won't change. I will never stop trying. I will never stop watching as you leave. I will never stop losing my breath every time I see you looking back at me. And I will never stop holding your hand. I will never stop opening your door. I will never stop choosing you, babe. I will never get used to you. And with this love song to you, it's not a momentary phase. You are my life, I don't deserve you, but you love me just the same. And as the mirror says we're older, I will not look the other way. You are my life, my love, my only, and that's the one thing that won't change. I will never stop trying. I will never stop watching as you leave. I will never stop losing my breath every time I see you looking back at me. And I will never stop holding your hand. I will never stop opening your door. I will never stop choosing you, babe. I will never get used to you. Still get my heart racing. You still get my heart racing. For you still get my heart racing. You still get my heart racing for you. I will never stop trying. I will never stop watching as you leave. I will never stop losing my breath every time I see you looking back at me. And I will never stop holding your hand. I will never stop opening your door. I will never stop choosing you, babe. I will never get used to you.
I think it's nicer if you watching me stand. Oh man. Suddenly goes away somehow. I died every day waiting for you.
Thank you. You lost your son? Oh my God, I can't believe I know, I'm just saying, poor girl. You better hurry, look at the clocks. Yeah, I can't see, turn me around. I will be. You want to unlock it?
Yeah, they're gonna. There you go. You want me to lock it? Yeah. So you don't go anywhere.
You got your words written down? You can unlock it?
Can you imagine what would happen if I got a thumb on a word? You'll send us the pictures, okay?
behalf of the Soro, Jacobson, and Hilaire families, I'd like to thank you all for coming. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have gathered here to celebrate the marriage of Stephanie and Adam. Marriage is the promise between two people who love each other, who trust each other, who honor one another as individuals in that togetherness, and who wish to spend the rest of their lives with each other. It enables the two separate souls to share their desires, longings, dreams, joys, and sorrows, to help each other through all uncertainties of life. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Tim, and I have known Adam and Stephanie for a long time. I've known Adam since we were 4 years old. He and Justin would come up Harvey Hill, we'd play wiffle ball, skate, and ride bikes. I've known Stephanie since high school, when we would have homeroom together. And if you know Steph, you know how cheery she is in the morning. So when they approached me and asked me to marry them, I couldn't have felt more honored, they asked me, to be a part of this special day with them. Now you could say that I had a little part in helping them meet. But if you know me, two big things I'm big on is fate and love. So I believe it was fate that brought them together that night. And I believe it is love that will carry them on for the rest of their life. I love you both. I wish you nothing but happiness as you start your life together. At this time, Stephanie's cousin Ashley will now read something that she has prepared for Adam and Stephanie. Just a little slower.
Tap it. All right. You have known each other for the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes, indeed, you have been making promises and arrangements in an informal way. All those conversations that were held riding in a car, or over a meal, or during long walks. All those sentences that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will. Those late night talks that included someday, and somehow, and maybe. And all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these comments, things, and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things we promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it all, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, and even teacher, for you have learned much from one another in those last few years. Now you shall say a few words that take you across the threshold of life, and things will never quite be the same between you. For after these vows, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife.
Adam, will you take Stephanie to be your lawful wedded wife? Will you love, comfort, honor, and protect her, forsaking all others to be faithful to her until death do you part?
Yeah.
Stephanie, will you take Adam to be your lawfully wedded husband? Will you love and comfort and honor and protect him, forsaking all others to be faithful to him until death do you part?
I do.
At this time, Stephanie and Adam have prepared their own vows to each other.
I take you to be my forever and always, through the good, the bad, and the ugly. We'll grow old together and always remember, whether for richer or poorer, for better or worse, whether happy or sad or whatever, we'll still love each other forever and always. I promise to love you unconditionally through all of our adventures in life together.
Adam.
I take you to be my best friend, my faithful partner, and my one true love. I promise to encourage you and inspire you, to love you truly through good times and bad. I will forever be there to laugh with you, to lift up when you are down, to love you unconditionally through all adventures in our life together.
Stephanie and Adam, repeat after me. This ring, which has no beginning and no end,
This ring
which has no beginning and no end,
symbolizes the love and trust between us that will never cease. Symbolizes the love and trust between us that will never cease.
symbolizes the love between us that will never cease.
May its presence on your hand remind you of my love and vow.
May the presence on my hand remind you of my love and vow.
I place it on your finger
I place it on your finger.
as a visible sign of the promises
I place it on your finger.
as a visible sign of the promises
As a visible sign and promises
which have made us husband and wife.
which have made us husband.
Until now, Stephanie and Adam have spent I literally said Adam. Like I was saying. Until now, Stephanie and Adam have spent each moment of their lives as separate individuals. But from this day on, and every day after this, shall be shared and spent as one. By the power invested in me, by the state of New York, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Adam Hilaire.
Carry one? No, I don't want to carry one.
We made the trip for that. You've always been the short son.
When we're born into this world, we don't really get a say. Little boys and little girls handed the brand new families. There comes a time in life when we finally get to choose, and I choose you. I choose you. We can't give our 2 cents of how tall we want to be. We don't get an opinion on our ethnicity, but the one we spend our life with, that we get to choose, and I choose you. I choose you. I choose you to be by my side. I choose you to hold me at night. It's the biggest decision I'm about to get right. I choose you. I choose you. Everybody has one, a choice they get to make. Half human, half heaven, that decides the family trait. Now we all pick the branches that then become the roots, and I choose you. I choose you. I choose you so little we control. Thank God it's in the rules that we get to choose. And I choose you. I choose you to be by my side. And I choose you. And I choose you.
Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Gee, I really love you and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel of love. Spring is here, the sky is blue. Whoa, birds are.
Welcome, the wedding party. Please put your hands together. We have some great guests to welcome. First, ladies and gentlemen, keep those hands going for Justin Lemaire and Megan Sorbo. Sounding good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, keep those hands going for Tim Gray and Kristen Gray. Ladies and gentlemen, keep those hands going for John Gray and Megan Gray.
It's dancing time!
All right. Debbie and Adam in their first dance. Thank you.
When your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet, will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheek? Darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. Baby, my heart could still pull as hard at 23. I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe just the touch of a hand. Well, me, I fall in love with you every single day. I just wanna tell you I am. So honey, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your hand on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud, maybe we found love right where we are. When my hair's all gone and my memory fades, and the crowds don't remember my name. When my hands don't play strings the same way, I know you will still love me the same. 'Cause honey, your soul could never grow. Oh, it's evergreen. Baby, your smile forever in my mind and memory. I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. And maybe it's all part of a plan. I'll just keep on making the same mistakes, hoping that you'll understand.
Ladies and gentlemen, now I'd love to call to the floor Adam's mother for a special interview.
I listened to it.
Wiping off dirty faces, just a couple
Cottonwood falling like snow in July. Sunset Riverside, four-wheel drives in a tail light. Circle, roll down the windows, turn it on up. Pour a little Crown in a Dixie cup, get the party started. Girl, you make my speakers go boom, boom. Dancing on the tailgate in the full moon. That kind of thing makes a man go You're looking so good in what's left of those blue jeans. Drip of honey on the money maker, gotta be the best buzz I'm ever gonna find. Hey, I'm a little drunk on you and high on summertime. If you ain't a 10, you're a 9.9. Tipping and spilling that homemade wine on your tied-up t-shirt. Every little kiss is driving me wild. Throwing little cherry bombs into my fire. Good God almighty. Girl, you make my speakers go boom, boom. Dancing on the tailgate in the full moon. That kind of thing makes a man go You're looking so good in what's left of those blue jeans. Drip of honey on the money maker, gotta be the best buzz I'm ever gonna find. Hey,
And in true Meg fashion, I procrastinated, so I didn't really prepare much. So I just want to say a few things so we can get back to the delicious food. And, you know, people put out a lot of mushy stuff with this, and it's like, I didn't really like my sister until she moved out of the house. It is true. I mean, we used to have knockout, drag-out fights. We'd pull each other's hair out, and now we're best friends. So it works out when distance makes the heart grow fonder. And, you know, today has been beautiful, and I'm so happy that it has actually come all together. There was been a lot of stress these past couple of months, and it has gone off without a hitch. And I am proud to say that I will be adding a brother to my family today. And I actually like him. So, the bride and groom. Who's Madam? Anybody know? Me? Madam.
So as many of you may or may not know, I am Justin Adams' brother. Just a few months ago, Adam was in my shoes and he delivered a killer speech. Unlike Adam, I have remembered my glass. I was really going to roast you hard and start with the story about the time that you had to be hosed off in the backyard after you cracked yourself from your first experience with Taco Bell. He was 17 years old. But I decided to take the high road and go the more sentimental route. And just thinking about the speech going over in my mind, you know, for the past couple of months, really started thinking about, you know, how great our relationship really has been over the years. So let me take you through a couple of different stages of that said relationship. From about birth to, I don't know, call it 8, 9 years old, we were inseparable. Partly because my mother would lock us out in the backyard until every leaf was raked. We weren't allowed back in the house. Then from 10 to 13, tweens, whatever these kids call it these days, we were always fighting. Adam was my punching bag. We'd always be, just wrestling around, bloody nose, all that good stuff. And that's when we started to kind of fade. Probably it's something to do with the fact that Adam's idea of fun was shirtless, sweaty wrestling in the Braves basement. There was actually a time when Adam and Tim jumped off the roof of the Braves onto a trampoline naked. And, Tim, sit back down, they videotaped it. There's proof somewhere that this actually happened. So, then was high school. I essentially ignored Adam's existence altogether. We'd pass each other in the hallways, and he didn't exist to me. In my eyes, he was a dork. He wasn't, but in my eyes, he was. Then something I labeled drinking years. One night, I walked out in the backyard and saw a light on the garage, aka the Dude Castle.
Yes.
Adam and his cramper buddies were slugging Red Dogs in the garage. There's probably not much real action from Red Dogs because no one knows what that is. It's a sub $15 30-pack. Quality, not so much. Quantity over quality in those years. Adam's dear friend Rose was able to source 2 of those 30 packs for his bachelor party. Unfortunately. I rolled it over, yes. Then Adam and I bought a house together, and that is when Stephanie came into our lives. I had a first-hand experience of watching the relationship develop. And then as we all know, Adam went off to Korea to receive a free MBA, which is a chance of a lifetime. We're all very proud of you. And that's where, Stephanie and Adam's relationship further developed. It's quite amazing that, the longest of longest relationships, you guys can get through that. And obviously marriage will be nothing short of, a breeze compared to what you've done there. So I look forward to the next stage of our lives. Stephanie, welcome to the family. So please raise your glasses. Again, I remember my glasses. And let me congratulate them in marriage and happily ever after. Yeah! You're here.
Kaplan.